recording.
Alrighty. Oh, I am in a weird dungeon thing with like green goop. Oops, where am I? I don't know what this even is.
Oh,
Or
they're
how
those
I even,
slimes.
yeah. What is this?
Is it the second area?
Oh, yeah, it's like the third area. I didn't realize how I even got here.
Oh, you're in the third zone now. Wow.
Wait, no, not the third zone. I'm in the second zone, but I thought this was still the ice. I haven't tried to beat this one yet. It's weird. Yeah, these characters are like really high up there. Like a lot of the times I go in here and I usually die like at the very next flag after a dungeon, and then I have to like go back and do the last dungeon on epic mode like multiple times until my character actually like levels up to where I can actually go in there and beat these people. Like I can't even imagine how difficult it would be if you didn't have like level 100 plus friends to go in there and basically kill everything in the dungeon for you.
Yeah.
This game would take forever.
Yeah, just a few short months ago, I would have to go in there being the highest level player that I knew. And the only friends I would have from town are like people almost my same level or lower than me.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet. When you first started, was it like was it hard to make friends, or was it just kind of new enough that everybody was being friends with each other?
I actually got to like level 40 or 50 before I even realized that making friends was the best way to play the game.
Damn.
And then I started friendly people. It was actually pretty easy at that point. I tried to aim for people that were like level 70 or 80 because it seems like once they hit level 100, they by default turn off their friend requests.
Damn. Probably because they get so many all the time.
Yeah, there's like full forums about it. They just don't want to see them all the time, especially when it's like level 1 players that are brand new that may not be playing in a week.
Mm.
Because once your friends list fills up, you have to go through manually and kick off a ton of people. I'm so close to hitting 150. If I don't hit it in this dungeon, I may have to just do like one more raid. I think I'm high enough now to where I get so many gems from dungeons that I may have to start just using the gems to do that 100% experience bonus,
Yeah.
like for every single day, and see how
Okay.
fast I go up. Because right now I only do it for Wednesday, and last week I got like 300,000 experience, like over 250,000.
Just on one day, and you only leveled up like one level.
Yeah, like 1.5 levels.
Yeah, I've noticed when you first go in, when you're doing these flags, it's better to do the flags when you're not in auto mode, because when you do auto mode, it seems like it's not actually picking the best move every time because a lot of the time it'll do the attack that does the widespread thing, and even if it won't kill the like character in the very front, which that's a waste. Like it's best to get the front character out first. That way it can't do any damage to people.
Yeah, for sure. It's basically mathematically set up for the dungeons that you can just face roll. The newer progression stuff, it doesn't take that into account.
Mm.
But I definitely agree. Because oftentimes you'll find that the monster that hits the hardest is in the back row,
Yeah.
and they're the ones to pick off first. But they do the cleave thing because that technically does the highest number of damage, and that's just how their computer works.
The multiple attack, it's called Cleave.
That's just a generic way that they classify it. They just say it's cleave because it cleaves and hits like 3 people at once.
Oh, okay, I've never heard of that. They should call it Queef.
Yeah, queef. So that's gonna queef the front 3 people, and they'll just feel it. That's terrible. That reminds me of the random Facebook post I saw that was discussing the word moist. Like, it had, like, random celebrities, like, a ton of random celebrities all just saying the word moist, and that was just the word of the day.
That's so weird.
So something cool about later on when you get, like, super gear, or even, like, right now, if you get a staff, it gives you the ability to heal your team.
Yeah, my little magic guy does that. Well, he doesn't heal the whole team, but he heals a character.
Oh, okay. Have you been able to use the fusion thing yet?
Yeah, where you like morph pets. I was able to make the booty.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's all I've made so far.
I need 0.01 million experience.
I wish you were able to put weapons on your pets. Well, not your like little floating pet, but like your 2 foes.
Oh,
That-
yeah. I never even thought of that. Like, gear them up.
Yeah, like just be able to upgrade them instead of having to upgrade the entire pet itself.
Oh, yeah. I never thought of that.
Or at least like choose to upgrade their abilities or something.
I have 1 minute and 30 seconds before I can run this dungeon. And until then, I have nothing to do.
You're waiting on energy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always fun.
So when I'm waiting on energy, I like to run around the whole outskirts of the town.
Like even if you play the game without like paying for more energy, that's actually a pretty smart thing to do because it does make it to where you can't just sit down and play the game for hours and then eventually get sick of it because it's
Exactly.
definitely designed for like long-term enjoyment.
Yep. Yeah, it's basically designed to where you can't burn yourself out.
Very
But
smart.
a lot of the early game players, they actually don't understand that, and when they first join, I even made that mistake myself. When I first joined, and I was out of energy after like playing 30 minutes, I was like, wow, they clearly just want you to pay to play this game. But now that I'm higher level, I see that that's not the case. But they just can't quite explain that to new users yet efficiently. "15 seconds. It's like a wind tornado.
Do they ever do Guild Wars?
They do actually. So it's coming up. It's still an event that they haven't quite put in the game, but it's called Guild versus Guild, and
Oh.
and there's like a tab for it and everything, but they just haven't put it in the game yet.
Cool.
I don't know how it's gonna work yet. Alright, so I'm hoping I will hit level 150 in this dungeon now.
Even when you're getting like level 150, do you still only get 1 experience point?
Yes. And they've actually made forums about that too. They said like it's one of the hardest things in the game to work on, and to be rewarded with just one number is kind of a slap in the face.
It is a smart way to do it though, because even if they made it like 100 each time, it would still just be a number. I mean,
Yeah.
you're still getting stronger each time. It's just going up by one. It's like the most organized way to do it, really.
Yeah. But even if they increased it, like once you hit level 100 or something, you could do like 2 more.
Yeah.
The people that were above level 100 would just get so extremely more powerful than everyone else so quickly.
Mm.
Plus the dungeons you do would just, everything would just be one hit and die. I'm using a big purple Barney character for my pet. And he has a dragon for a hat. Like the hat is an actual dragon.
Oh yeah, I haven't actually even seen your foes. What? Wait. What? So the pet is the guy that's floating, and what would you call the other two?
They're called familiars.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen your familiars. What familiars do you use?
One is a giant Barney guy with a dragon as a hat, and the other one is like a puppeteer looking thing with one of his eyeballs coming off.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, I need 1,000 experience. It's about to be party time. Dang, I'm fighting a dog that takes up a quarter of my screen. He's so massive. But I definitely agree, the auto thing definitely doesn't do the most strategical plan, because I have to take this dog out first, and on auto it just does whatever it wants.
Yep. I've been trying to only use it when I do the big dungeons.
Have you used any of the buffs yet that give you like 25% more item find or anything?
I don't know if I don't know how to choose to use them because I think that it just does it automatically, doesn't it?
No. So the way you can do it. How much gold do you have right now?
I'm in a match at one moment.
Okay.
Quite a bit though, probably like 30 grand.
Oh, nice. But yeah, the way you do it, you just go to your inventory, the same place you can see your weapons, and
Yeah.
you'll just scroll to the very bottom, and you can just click on the little item find or experience buff, and it'll turn that on for 24 hours.
I probably have a lot. Don't you get a new one every day or something?
You can find them just randomly, yeah. They're
Okay.
not hard to find. So I came up with this amazing strategy in the game where my front guy is like a super tank guy that has this ability to take my opponent's attack and throw it back at them.
Uh-huh.
And all I do is keep my guy as the healer, and I just heal him as he gets damaged and just make him be a wall until the enemy kills themselves.
Oh, that is smart.
He just has like a mirror attack that whenever they punch him, they punch themselves. Oh, it's just at level 150. Amazing. I didn't even notice. Time to put my one stat in attack. 150. Amazing. Now my next big milestone is level... I would say level 200, but that's a long ways away, so I'm going to say 175. And now for my level 150 final boss kill. It's a massive, huge demon.
What do you do now? Do you do dungeons or what?
I still do all three. So I usually log in, I do one heroic dungeon, then I go to PvP,
Uh huh.
and I do a match or two in PvP, and then I go to trials, and I wager 5 tokens in trials, and then I go and do a raid, and then I keep switching it. I keep doing like a full circle of each one continuously, and by doing so, I add like 2+ hours of gameplay because while I'm going to the next one, the previous one is regenerating energy.
That's smart.
Yes.
I just keep going off of the dungeons until I can't anymore.
Yeah, I didn't really take the PvP or trials seriously until I was like level 40 or 50. But once I started to, like, you get a ton of experience from there. And that's where you can get like bonus items and cool looking gear. And I think they give away free pets and stuff too every once in a while. I have so many of the minor potions, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it doesn't help that you can only use one potion per match or per dungeon.
Yeah. I have 250 minor potions.
That's crazy. You will never go through those.
Yep, it's gotten to where I just use one just for fun at the very end of each dungeon, so I don't get close to dying. Man, I was hoping for a legendary piece, but that's alright.
That's actually good to hear because I've been saving. I've been trying to use them sparingly, but I guess there's no point to doing that because I do get them quite often.
Yeah, up to level 50, there are some pretty beneficial times to use them. I actually ran out at one point, and it was actually hard to play the game.
Uh,
Alright, so that's level 150. Gonna end the video. Mcproseph out.